Hi guys, it's Andy Wood here. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna do a very short show and tell of a game that I lost many hours into, that I finally got around to being able to work and capture and hopefully just kind of share with you guys. A game that kind of had me cross that precipice from, you know, not gamer to gamer. So without further ado, here we go. Purple was very big back then. Hey, an Ed 209. Cool. I need a haircut. That person does not need a haircut. Very fast ship. A very complex docking maneuver. Doesn't that look like a Half-Life logo? Guess not. Hey, I'm naked. Now I'm frozen. Ooh. I get 2 years off for good behavior as a frozen popsicle. And now I'm not naked. Alright, who dressed me when I was frozen? So here I am, wake up in my cell. I have a door, a commode, and a briefcase. And a light. Yes. Alright, hang on. Let me turn off the music. Sorry. That's some of the rudest stuff. I want to adjust the mouse speed too. This game came out, obviously you saw the date there, in 1992. Back then, I was playing games on a Commodore Amiga, which at the time was a really good computer. It was the predecessor to the Commodore 64, the Commodore 128, and its only competition was the Atari ST. The Macintosh computers, I believe back then, if they had color, they were very expensive. And there was the IBM PC and the PC compatibles, again very expensive. But at the time, I do believe the Commodore Amiga was the only one that had the highest in resolution, and it was its own proprietary thing. Anyways, this game, when I bought it, did not come with a manual. Most games came with a manual. I know that's not a thing nowadays, because for the most part games follow a certain, you know, thing to do. Call of Duties are Call of Duties, your MMOs and your RPGs all pretty much have the same, you know, keybinds and whatnot. But this game did not come with a manual. It just came with the game disc, and that was it. And you had to learn how to make the game work. Well, I'm not going to take you through the painful process here. But basically, as you saw, you were convicted of a crime. You're sentenced to a lot of time in suspended animation, and you wake up with the briefcase. You open up the briefcase, and this is what you're presented with. We are right here. We're on this ship, and the only other thing that's going on is this little blinky thing, and these are all planets in this system. And there's this one blinky place, which is a planet right there. And we're going to tell our ship to come over and orbit. And then if we zoom out, we can see our little ship is moving. Blink, 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 blink. Now, I know right up front this game does not look exciting at all. But what I really enjoyed about it is the level of complexity it offered. And it pairs with a lot of games nowadays. So now we're in orbit. Now. Oh, the name of our ship is called Swan. Now this is our landing spot right here. Boink. And we'll say land. And there goes the little lander. Me, 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 me. And then we land. So now we have a little bit of a graphical versus whatever. Now, here's the thing. This is not you. Again, you're back in your cell looking, using this briefcase, and what you're controlling are 4 robots. The 4 robots have got 2 basic looks here. One is actually robotic looking, and the other one's kind of humanoid looking. But before you can do anything, you have to initiate them. And again, you got no manual. You had to figure this out all on your own. And the noises are hideous. Oops. I'm going to name my robots after the 3 Stooges. I don't know why that's making that noise with the mouse. Mulder Curly. And I think I know what's making that. Jim. Alright. So those are the 4 robots. You can either use your mouse and move, you know, pivot, go forward, back, side, left to right, and whatnot. Or you can use a keypad, and which I got very accustomed to. And I'm not going to go exploring because you're actually on a little tiny island here with 1 door, which is that's the door. But you got this little note here, and you can see it's a message from someone named Rat. They say top left, bottom left, and so on, which is the combination for the door. Oh, very painful. And then we walk in, and then here we are. Now, real quick, I'm going to pick this stuff up. We've got some explosives, and see, they actually weigh something, which goes against your robots. If they get overweight, they move slower, they don't shoot as well, and so on. And then he says, you will need these to destroy the generators. So right off the bat, you're going to destroy this place. Now, as you can see, we have a color scheme, and you can actually move these guys wherever you want in the marching order, but they always are 2 on 2 sort of stack. And they have stats. They have health and each part of their body. They also have hit points, and they also have what's called drainage. Because these are robots, they're drawing power. And you really don't realize that until all of a sudden your robots don't work. And is what it is if I click on the green guy here, and if you notice, I can pull the piece off. That's actually a light socket, so I can charge it and put it back on. But when you first start playing the game, you don't know that. You can actually get quite a far into the game until you start realizing you're running out of power and you don't know how to charge them. Something else that's very interesting is if I switch the crown to one of the robotic guys, you can notice the vision changes because you're looking through those goofy robotic eyes. So we're going to switch it back to the humanoid one. And again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. I just want to show you some real basics of this. And here you are, you know, and I just ran into the wall. Where do you go? Well, okay, we've discovered we have a light socket to charge the chess pieces. We came from there, and this is the only option. But if you notice at the bottom of this wall, there is these balls, and it's basically a movable wall. But you'd think, oh, I move it with, but you don't. You actually right mouse click on the direction you want to move, and those are bad guys coming. These are little elves, and they got little weapons, and they're hitting us and taking damage. But you notice only the guys up front are taking damage. Now, why don't I swing with the guys in the back? Well, if I swing with the guys in the back, the yellow and blue guy, they'll actually hit the guys up front because it's melee combat. And, hey, they dropped money. And obviously this game was made by a company that was overseas because we have the pound symbol. And you can actually stack the items. And these are what I think they're called Triffids. But they are tough. So you start off with no weapons. Very true. It's got a huge level of micromanagement with, I want to say, a little bit of role-playing elements. You don't get experience, so you can't go up in level. You can't change your attributes, but, whoa. That's like Audrey. Isn't that from Little Shop of Horrors? You can upgrade the robots. You can get different parts for them. You can get weapons eventually. what use ammo, so you always have to keep ammo around. Wow, these guys are really super tough. And jeez, would you guys die? Okay, now we're only down to 2. You can get brass knuckles. The first time you actually find a weapon, I don't even think it comes with ammo, so you have to find a vendor that sells the ammo. And all right. Well, that was a lot of work. Probably wasn't that exciting to watch, but now it's because of this game you can get really lost in this game if you don't come up with, because there's no map. Oops, I don't want that. There's no map, so you have to kind of map it out in your head. I came up with this. Okay, that's another wall that can be moved with another light socket. It was this game that taught me how to, I came up with a left in, left out. So I always use the keypad and go left. So that's where we came from. And that was something we opened, and there was a door. No, that's a wall. I don't want to push the wall open. I want to go through the door. Oh, there's another thing we can open. Yay, more money. So there are vendors in the game. There's actually a vendor on this planet or on this level. Okay, nothing actually here in this room. Very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and just do that one. Oh, there's some more Triffids. Oh, and oh boy, a whole bunch of guys. Oh boy, I got so excited. So the little elf guys are easy to take down. They don't have that many hit points, and I don't want to say it's because they're small. That would be bad to say that. There are some energy doors that you can like get them trapped between, and the doors will kill them. And since there's no experience, it doesn't go against you. You know, you still get the drops from whatever. I pivoted to the left because I want to see if there's anything else coming. And everything happens in real time. So if you're at a vendor, you're at a vendor. And if something sneaks up behind you and starts smacking you, it starts smacking you. This game, for the time, I had a lot of fun with it. I lost, like I said, a lot of hours and days and weeks and other stuff. Lost a little weight too because I forgot to eat. But this game did supply me for what I paid for it. It sustained me until I found a new game to play. Only to find out that the game is beatable, but I didn't have the patience to beat it because evidently for each level you go to 10 planets. Now what you're trying to do, that you realize that you're using these robots to find you, because on one of these planets is where you're at, and you eventually get to it. It's the every 10th planet per level you find yourself. But the moment you find yourself, you stumble into a room, you see yourself sitting there, you get snatched by an alien, and then you have to kind of start over again. So every 10 planets is a level. So, and they get increasingly harder and harder to where there was like invisible walls, invisible aliens or creatures or whatever. And I think I lost interest because it just got so hard because yes, they give you devices that you could plug into your robots, like radar detectors, motion detectors, all sorts of things back then, which was just really interesting. More Triffids. Great. This is great. But it just became hard, and it wasn't so fun after a while. I would say probably about the first 5 levels were pretty enjoyable because you got some automatic weapons. You got different robotic parts, so basically upgraded robot armor and stuff like that. And you can change your marching order too, so if these 2 guys are about to die, I could actually swap the marching order. So the blue guy and the yellow guy would be, oh, the yellow guy's taken down. Oh, because look at that, dang it, this guy snuck around. I did not notice that. You guys probably did. So I opened up a whole can of whoop butt here. Can of worms. Oh, I wonder if they went around. And later on, there's aliens or creatures that will actually, even though you go through a door and you close it, they'll actually follow you through the doors. Which is, you know, again, for that time, kind of freaky, if you think about it. Okay, are we done? Everyone done beating me up? Beating up my robots? So let me just collect my loot, if you don't mind. Oops. The interface is not... Whoa. I know, that looked very dangerous. Those are actually the generators that we get to blow up. That we need to blow up. And then we'd be done with this level. But there's some... There's actually a boss on each level. What I think I was trying to find... Alright, see, that's the energy door I was talking about. Now watch. Boink, 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 boink. Yay. And because there's no experience, you get credit. I mean, you get their drops. And being that you don't collect experience, it's not that big of a deal that the door got the kill. Is anything in here? No, just this. Alright. Oh, brass knuckles. Oh, and I think it opened up a secret door. I did not notice that. So the brass knuckles you can put in the hands and they do more damage. For obvious reasons. But they have a durability factor too. So I think when I picked them up they were at 24%. And as soon as I get through beating up these plants, we can check the durability. And then once the durability goes, I don't think you can repair the items. I just think that once the durability is gone, it goes away. Oh, die plant, die. Die, you nasty triffid, you. Wow. That is a tough plant. Hey, hey, hey. Quit biting me. Finally. Alright. Finally. Again, let me collect my loot again. Whoa. Is that all loot? Okay. Right, so now it's got a 15% durability. And there's different degrees of these brass knuckles. Okay, here's a door. That leads to, I think, oh, triffids. Great. More plants to attack. But what they're in front of is actually a vendor. And once I get to the vendor and show you the vendor, I think that's going to probably conclude my little throwback retro gaming. Make sure nothing snuck up behind me here. All right. Yay, vendor. And they can do a variety of things. They can repair your robots, like I said. I want to make sure that nothing is going to come. All right. Oops. All right. So now if we... Oops. Nope. There we go. So let's see. Who's got all the loot? You got loot. Nope. Put the arm back, Andy. Who else got loot? That's it? Okay. So we're going to click on him, put the cash there, and then you can say fix item or so maybe we can. Let's see here. Fix item. Okay, evidently I can't fix that. But you can go and say fix player. Fix the red guy, and then his head needs that much to be fixed, and the chest, and so you can go through and repair your dudes or dudettes. And it's important. I mean, I remember playing this back in the day that I was down to one robot. I had to leave pieces behind, etc., because I just I couldn't figure out how to get things going. And you can sell things, like you can sell those notes that we had. You can sell it. See, you get 200 for that. Awesome. And then The first thing, so if you go through here, there's batteries, explosive. I can't remember what a devscape is, or optics or whatever, cameras. You can plug cameras in and turn them on and look down hallways and stuff like that. But balls are these little like beach balls, but they're good for the guys in the back because they can throw them and they do actually quite a bit of damage. So guys, I just wanted to do a quick throwback. This was pretty much one of the very first games I ever played that said, hey, being a gamer is cool. And it was back when I had a Commodore Amiga, which a lot of people probably used. So, hey, guys, thanks a lot. You guys have a good one, all right? See ya.